Now, it's looking as if Peter Obi is actually doing his opposition just to satisfy or make the obedient happy. So I don't think he's playing this opposition game for any patriotic reason other than to just satisfy his obedient followers. I'm saying this because recently we've heard that for the First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu's birthday, she requested that people should not send her, cakes and do all the advertorials and all that. That she just wants, people to donate to a cause that she's supporting, and that's the building of the National Library in Abuja. And a lot of people have donated. She has gotten around or over 20 billion naira, towards that cause. And people have been talking. Now, Peter Obi has gone out, put his own statement. He congratulated her initially, but before his congratulatory message, he said, "We are finished." Then he congratulated her, Senator Remi Tinubu, the First Lady. Then after the congratulations, her birthday message and all that, his birthday message to her and all that, he went ahead to now, castigate her about the donations, that on the surface, it looks noble, it looks this and that, but beneath it, it's not all that it wasn't a good thing she did. Now, in the opposition, there are ways you fight, there are ways you criticize strategically to make points, to show the government in power where they are going wrong, how they can improve, and that will now win people to your side, wins you sympathy, win you support, win you all that. That is criticizing strategically, logically, and all that. But in the process where you try to criticize, but your criticisms are based on maybe trying to please some people or trying to paint the government in power black so that they can see you as white, then people will now start seeing through you. They'll start seeing through your motives, through everything you do. This actually shows that Peter Obi is not a very, very grounded politician. I'm sorry to say, but that's how it's looking, that Peter Obi does not really know how to play the game of politics. If you are in the opposition and you don't know how to play the opposition very well, then when you become the president, or if you become the president, how are you going to play being president or being, in power? Well, and a lot of people have been complaining. People like Reno and other people have been complaining of his one-sided criticisms and one-sided castigations of, people in other regions. And when things, happens in his region, he simply doesn't say anything or doesn't. It's as if he's scared of his people. He's scared of his followers, the obedience. He just wants to please them. Then any other person that does not support him doesn't matter. That is not how politics is played. If anything happens in Lagos or any part of the southwest, he'll be the first to talk. But if anything happens in the east, he'll just pretend as if nothing happened. As if nothing happened. So if Peter Obi is not being hypocritical, why are you not castigating pastors, men of God who ask, their followers, their congregation to come and donate money to causes that will only benefit their members or them alone? Like when they buy private jets, they tell, they say God wants, God says I will use a private jet, or God said I'm going to build a mansion or get a car, and that congregation will contribute to that cause. We are not criticizing all that because it's limited to that pastor or the pastor's congregation. If they are building maybe an auditorium or something, it's going to serve only that pastor's congregation or his followers, in the church. But now the First Lady has done the same thing, but this time around it's going to benefit the whole of Nigeria. It's going to benefit the Muslim, the Christian, the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Igbo, the Igala, the Ibibio, the Edo, and all of us. It's going to benefit everybody. Now you are castigating, you are criticizing that, but you are leaving other people who you feel serves your interest, your purpose. You are not talking about what they do on a regular. But this First Lady, because she's in the opposition camp, and she's the wife of your political rival, the president, you are out castigating her for asking people to donate to a cause that serves the whole country. So can't we see the hypocrisy in what he does, because a lot of people keep saying he does that. When the thing touches him, he keeps quiet. When it affects his opposition or where the opposition comes from, he's out blazing, gun blazing and all that. So to me, I think Peter Obi's kind of politics is one-sided, is selfish, and not something of a nationalistic scope. So I think he should re-strategize and look at how he will play his opposition game very well, professionally, and like a good politician. I think he should get advisors to really, put him through on these issues, because the way it's looking as if he knows nothing about politics. It's looking as if he knows nothing about playing the game. That is what I see. And for him coming at this point to, try to castigate or talk down on Senator Remi Tinubu is just hitting below the belt. She's doing something noble, even if to you it seems as if she's doing it for clout or for other purposes. But what she's doing, if it works, it serves not only her, it will serve a lot of people. So it's the end game you need to look at before you criticize things like that. The end game you need to look at. Will it benefit people? Will it benefit the citizenry? If yes, then whatever her motives are, even if it's a personal one or a selfish one, as far as it's benefiting the majority, then it's good for everybody. So it's not everything you talk down on, or you castigate, or you criticize. So that's my take. Till I come away next time, please like, share, follow, and do drop your comments. Doing all this will definitely help make the channel grow. See you all next time. Bye bye.
Silver Squad Channel.